Hey, so I'm just here today to talk to you on 12/12/12 about just some things that I've been thinking about in terms of my own life. I have no way of knowing if this is recording, so you're gonna have to hold on 1 second just so I can check. Okay, and it is. Um, but I had several things that I wanted to just kind of touch base and let you know about the word foundation and what it means to me. I chose the word foundation because foundation is something that I think we all need. It's something we all need to find. It's something we all need to nurture within ourselves. And so when I think about foundation, I think about structure. I think about your makeup, your identity. Now, makeup, some people think about foundation that goes on the face, but for me, foundation is about my makeup, my identity. And I saw that in the dictionary, the word makeup, when I looked up foundation, and I thought, that's not the kind of makeup I'm thinking about. But I do know another identity piece that really helps me to be fulfilled. And so I decided to come up with at least 12 things that help me to stay founded or to help me find myself, because in the word foundation itself is the word found. And I just think that's so cool. Found. I've been reflecting on it for a few days and I came up with some good stuff. One of the things I noticed in my own reflection was just recognizing that I have a book for just about everything that keeps me focused and founded and keeping my foundation strong. So I do some cultivation, which was encouraging for me because I did not know I was so well versed in it. I didn't realize foundation was just who I am, that I eat, live, and breathe it. And I just thought that was so phenomenal. So I wanted to share the first thing that I do. And the first thing that I do is journal. I love journaling. I've been journaling now for about 35 years. And for me, journaling has just been a journey to my identity and helping me to be a strong woman. And I believe I am a strong woman. And I highly encourage it to anybody who's seeking and trying to find more out about themselves. Journaling has literally saved my life. I will not lie. I've been in some really dark and deep places, some very uncertain places, but journaling has pulled me out of it, and I got to the point where I didn't like where I was journaling anymore, and literally my life shifted because I was only writing negative things, and I realized how negative it was. So I decided to make some changes, and I took advantage of my life again. So that was real cool. The other thing that I really like to do is dream. And this book is called, by Xanthe Maxwell, it's called Dare to Dream. Now the reason, this book was actually given to me by someone. And I thought it was really cool because it's a whole bunch of thoughts just about dreaming. And I just love, like it says here, think differently. Those who think differently. Beware when the great God let loose a thinker on this planet. I mean, how cool is that, right? So I just thought it was cool because, when God lets loose my thoughts, I just blossom. I turn into a different person. And it gives you all these encouraging things about dreaming and how to see problems as opportunities, how to explore every option in your life. It just gets you really on task and focused about how to think in another mindset. And I love books like that because they encourage me. Another thing that I like to do is I like to do self-projects. This is the third thing that I really love. So I work on projects, and don't ask me how I figure out how to get projects in my life, but they kind of just appear, and I go, "Ooh, that's a good idea. Let's do that." And so one time I went to create a really good parenting conference when I was in Syracuse, New York. And I took a lot of pictures when I was there, fortunately. But it took a while to actually create, and so I did some of the curriculum. I wrote some things. I pulled people together and leaders in the community, and that's a good picture of me and my sister. And I had my sister come. She came from, I think, Ohio at the time, and she helped me pull it together. And if you look closely, you can see in the background a bunch of people. I did profiles of people's lives and talked about what was important to them and what made them strong, and that was so cool. So I really like the fact that, I just celebrated people. And that was a project. That was just something I wanted to do that was different. And that was a seed planted in my life. Someone actually told me, you're going to have a conference and it's going to be about families and it's going to honor people. My cousin Dwan, by the way. And so I listened to her and I followed through on it. And was really blessed because that showed me a lot about what I was able to create, and it gave me a lot of courage. So another thing that I like to do is go through my photo albums. It's kind of like the fourth thing, I guess. And I like to go through photo albums because they remind me of where I've been. And this is my South Africa photo album. And I took so many pictures here that I'm really proud of. And every now and then I kind of just go back to remind myself of where I've been and what I loved about being there. And if you can see, I actually wrote in the margin and had some really powerful experiences. So I wanted to keep them because I knew like 10 years from now, I probably would never go back there and really remember where I took this picture or where it was. So that was really powerful because I noted the experiences. And I just love the fact that I still have that journal. And, it's just really cool to have in my life. Another thing that I do and have done and love to do is Pen on Fire. And this is a book about writing. It gives me special things to do, like devotionals and stuff like that. And writing devotionals. So I can write and do an exercise in here. It says set your timer, and I'll read about a subject, and then I get a chance to write on it, and it really sparks my creativity, and I love to be creative. So that's what that is, Pen on Fire, and that's by Barbara DeMarco Barrett. Barrett. DeMarco Barrett. I really enjoy writing, and I love to have prompts. Prompts get me in my head somewhere else, and so it's good to have books that help me to write and enjoy those kind of experiences. One of the other things that I like to do is take time for devotion. This is a book called New Day, New You by Joyce Myers. And Joyce is really cool, period. She just is. I love to hear her speak. But even more, I just love to really meditate on the things that she gives from day to day. So I get myself a 365 days a year devotional to reflect. So every day I have something. Even if I skip some days, like I'll go back and read maybe 2 or 3 because I just got real busy or whatever. But devotionals help keep me founded, man. I have like really been in some really deep places spiritually because I chose to practice the discipline of having a devotional life. And so I'm going to write about these on my blog. So I want you to visit my blog at www.jennrene.com. That's my little advertisement. So another thing that I really enjoy doing is prayer. This book is about prayer, and of course I have several books on prayer. I have like 5 or 6, maybe more, I don't know. But I really like to pray, and I don't just like praying. I love praying, and I really have seen some miracles occur because I prayed. So I'll talk about that later, but